Guys, Deluded Guna, now I love you guys. You guys are my fans, subscribers. I don't like calling you guys fans because why would you be a fan of me? I'm like you guys, I'm one of you guys. I enjoy the simple pleasures that you guys enjoy. Some that we can't name on these things, or police will start kicking down doors and these things there. So yeah, one of you asked me to talk about problems young players face or something like that, and I read the whole message, and I'm going to try to tailor my material in regards to that. Now, they spoke to me specifically about, the person spoke to me on via Insta DM specifically about Phil Foden and Brewster. Now, he asked me to speak about the prospect of them going on loan, bearing in mind they're both 17. Now, this is some of the problems young prospects face. Now, let's take Foden first because he's a perfect example, and I'll relate him to someone in a second. Phil Foden, he's like a Jack Wilshere in the sense that technically gifted. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not known for clamping man, running fast, bare man, doing all that athletic stuff. He is a fairly good athlete, but that's not him in it. It's more the technical stuff, the more stuff we associate with the Spanish and these sorts of guys normally, yeah. If he was to go on loan in the Championship, I'm pretty sure based on ability, he would thrive and have no problems. But it could also go the other way in the sense that because of how he plays, because of that league, whether people are fighting relegation to League One, where the money's going to be different, fighting to get promoted, where the money is a massive difference, the money in the Championship, but there's definitely money in the Prem and the exposure and things, people trying to get promoted, or people just trying to stay afloat. People are paying mortgages. You see how many people lose their jobs in the Championship out over many years. It's a revolving door, right? So with all of this, does a manager really have time to go with a young player that's going to be hot and cold because he's still trying to add consistency, that will play world class one week, crap the next? Does he really have time to facilitate his development or tailor his development specifically to that player, running the risk of not achieving his results, not achieving the club's results, not ultimately winning games? What does that do? Increases the prospect of losing a job. And on top of that, you've got players that are fighting to keep mortgages, players that might necessarily just be better at this moment in time, and players that you just feel are better choices to winning them games. So that could happen with some players. How many times have you seen a young player either play poorly at the start of their loan spell, by the second half of it play well, or start off brightly and then they fizzle out? Dan Crowley, that's happened to as well. Oxford, he started off brightly and then fizzled out. Dan Crowley is the best example in regards to Foden because what was he? A technically based player. Again, not the most physical and robust and them things, but you saw a difference between his loans and Barnsley, which started off brightly and had bright spots. You saw a difference between him playing there and then going to Holland, where he played for whatever team it was. He went on Go Eagles or something, and now he's at William. Yeah, you saw a difference with his play. You saw one was more suited to him, the technical based football, and that can't go for every player because not every player is like that. Some technically based players will thrive in this environment, some won't. I'm thinking of the ones that won't, the ones that need time and a facility to develop. Football, the one thing we don't have is time. We do not have time because I've been telling you, in this society, you're a world class and you're a world star from 16. And them same people at 16 are going to kill you at 20 when you ain't won World Cup and you ain't cured cancer and you ain't done certain things that you're supposed to do, and done all of these things and cured world hunger and as well as winning Champions League. When you don't do these things, people are going to get onto you. So that is the main problem going against these players. People say they need time to develop. They do, but there isn't really no time in football. First team managers in the Premier League really don't have time to give chances. These same youth Championship sides that clubs go on loan, players go on loan to, do they really have time for that? Especially even if they did want to do that, would it logically make sense to, with all the things and risks I've just said, would that make sense to do all of that for a player you don't actually officially own? It wouldn't, would it? So the loan system, to a degree, it is broken. It really is broken. So that's in regards to Foden. Well, both of them. In regards to Brewster, I've told you guys I rate him highly, but one problem he does have in his young career is he needs to think off the ball a bit more, be a bit more alive when he hasn't got the ball at his feet. If he's doing that for under 17s, what do you think is going to happen against grown men in the Championship and things like that, where he has to think smarter, he has to be physically ready and to handle it? It will help him because he would have to learn to think smarter, and immediately you'd see a difference if he dropped down to youth level. But again, what if he doesn't hit the ground running? What if he struggles with the physicality? What if he's not as... Don't forget, Brewster's a striker, you know. What if he's as prolific? Could a manager put a risk in a 17-year-old guy doesn't have a proven history at the senior level of scoring goals and being prolific as good as it is at youth level? Or is he going to go with his striker that's returned 10, 20 goals, however many goals you want to say for this Championship team, and is more likely to score goals to keep you afloat or get you promotion and things? You're going to go with the latter, aren't you? Really and truly, you're going to go with the latter. So these are the problems people face. It's a bit different for Brewster and a striker. I do think it's harder for both. I think the hardest positions to give for managers to give trust is actually a goalie and a striker, because striker, if they're not scoring, you can call them dead. Keeper, it's a bit mad. So yeah, Foden is a bit different because he's a midfielder, but the things still say the same. Like, it is an impossible job, essentially, people. And I don't really think I have anything more to add on that, to be honest with you. Even if you look at Maitland-Niles when he went Ipswich at 17, he done his thing. He done his thing and he was doing bits. But what did you see? The second half of the loan spell, he was a bit out of form. The results weren't going that way. He fizzled out the side a bit. Now, he's learned a lot from his education and that helped him a lot because that was somewhat fast-tracking my man. But you can see what's happening in it. Onoma is in and out of the Villa side. So you see where I'm going with. There's several examples I could name. So yeah, man. Anyways, guys, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.